What's going on, folks? So today I'm going to be checking out a new single here from the band Jimi Mitchell's Dark Fantasy. The name of this song is Tale of a Fallen Man. And I'm very curious to see what this is all about here. So without further ado, let's give it a listen. Rangers, go. Whew. That was a long 6 minutes. Wow. But we made it, folks. Oh man, I never want to be mean or anything, but this song, it needs work. Let's just say that it sounds kind of like a demo. Really, it doesn't sound like it's ready, for like release. Like this is a demo, very rough around the edges, needs some work in multiple areas. I appreciated the end of the song for two reasons. One, I like the kind of vocal, at the end. I always love that kind of thing. And secondly, because it was the end. This song, this was I was pretty bored. It just didn't have anything really that captures the listener. It just keeps going, and I mean, like I said, this is a long 6 minutes here. And I don't mean to be mean or anything like that, but this song it needs polish in multiple areas. It is not ready for release, I would say, in my honest opinion. Very, very demo-like quality. And so at the beginning of the song, I thought it had a decent build-up. You kind of had those deliberate riffs, and then you had the riffs kind of pick up the pace. It was like, okay, we're kind of gaining steam here. But then as soon as like those vocals came in, like the oh kind of thing, something was off right there. And I was like, okay, what are we in for here? That's when something really just kind of felt off about this song. And I was scared. And my fears were realized when the main kind of the verses and stuff started. The biggest problem I think this song had, well, two problems I think this song has, three problems this song has, I think. The biggest problems are, one, the vocals sound way off in the mix. I'm not like criticizing the vocals themselves. In the mix, like the vocals sound detached from the music. Like it doesn't sound like everything was mixed in properly so that it's all one kind of cohesive thing where everything sounds together and like it's working together toward the same goal of just cohesion in the song. The vocals sound very detached, almost like they're coming out of like an echo chamber or something. Like there's not like quite an echo, but it just sounds like you're listening to the vocals through some kind of barrier. And so that detachment between the vocals and the music create a big problem sound-wise. And that just really leads to things not working. So even like the vocals themselves, they just sound off. Like, and I think a big part of that is because of that mix. They're just not mixed in right. And so the vocals, the pitch and everything, it just sounds off. Now, whether it is or not is to be determined or is irrelevant, I guess, at this point. Because of the way that they just sound detached, everything, it's just going to sound off entirely, the vocals. So you have that. And then you have like the vocal melodies, which are neither here nor there. They're just very scattered, it sounds like. I could not for the life of me detect a proper like vocal melody in this song. And again, that might be in large part because of that detachment between the vocals and the music in the mix. And so there was nothing I could discern in there melody-wise. It just sounded very scattered and nothing to latch onto as a listener. And then case in point to the detachment of the vocals and the music is the backing vocals sound even worse because it sounds like it's one layer even removed from that detachment. So it's like, it just sounds like chaos kind of. And so There was just nothing there to latch onto. And then the third thing is that the main like kind of guitar riff and stuff is very, very basic, very, very basic. And when you don't have a solid vocal melody to kind of carry the song, it's one thing when you have kind of basic guitar riff just providing the background layer or whatever, and then you have like a killer vocal melody, the vocalist really taking charge and stuff. That's one thing, but that's not the case here because of previously mentioned detachment of vocals. So that in conjunction with that kind of just very, very basic, repetitive riffage in the song, boy, it just leads to a very dull sound. And I really like the guitar solo. There was some nice personality in that guitar solo. I like the melody in the solo, and again, the personality, it was there in the solo. But the rest of the guitar work, it's just no personality in there whatsoever. And so combined with everything else, I was just left here just kind of, I was bored. I was bored to tears listening to this song. And yeah, it was rough. It was rough. And again, you know, as always, I mean, no disrespect to the artist or anything like that. This is just my personal opinion. But the best way I can say it is this is very, very, very demo-like quality that needs quite a bit of touching up. It needs the proper mixing in to get those vocals in there properly, so that matches, so that they can actually be part of the song instead of it feeling like it's just not. You know, maybe tweak some of those melodies and stuff and spice up the guitar work a little bit, and the riffs and what have you. But yeah, definitely I would take this song back to the cutting room floor, work on it a bit, do some DIY troubleshooting on this bad boy, and yeah, polish it up for a proper release. But as it stands, is pretty rough. But yeah, anywho, let me know, folks, in the comments down below what you thought about this song, if you're not, you know, asleep at the keyboard or whatnot. But all right, that's enough of that. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What you think of this here, and I'll catch you next time. Ranger out.